Good morning. This is Cheryl, Bluegrass Dreams to Seams, where we talk about sewing and sometimes knitting and sometimes both. I have had a busy week. My weeks generally don't start out this week, but this one really got busy. Next week's looking a lot better, a lot more hopeful that I might get more sewing done than I did this past week. I did not get much sewing done this past week. I need to be sewing. I really do. But first, I want to say thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. She comes up with brilliant ideas. I mean, really brilliant ideas. And recently, she created 2 Facebook pages for Friday Sewist and for Friday Sew persons who create videos. So I think it's called Friday Sew Creators. And that has really helped me find other people. Some people I'm a little familiar with. I think I've seen them before. And I was able to go back and comment on what I liked about their video or what I learned. I like doing that. I like to give them feedback. And I like to get feedback myself, and I did get comments from people. Now, what you're going to see first is a video I filmed when I was in Nashville, Smart Art in Nashville, which is an organization that helps youth with disabilities or people with disabilities learn a few job skills. And they come in and they learn working with someone how to fold fabrics, for example, bag it, price it, or put it on display. There's other types of art there. They have knitting, painting, framing supplies. Oh gosh, they had leather. First time I've ever seen leather. But they did have a sale going on, so it was a little crowded and made it kind of hard to film. I still want to put it in there. I still want you to know about this place. So that's in Nashville, Tennessee. And followed last night, I filmed about my sewing plan.
Fair enough. Enjoy. Hold up.
It's been a busy week. It turned out, this is what happens. Next week, I don't have a thing on the calendar except for Wednesday. Well, I have physical therapy, but that's every week. But the only other thing that's been added is Wednesday, my countertops come. Finally, thank you. I'm ready to get kitchen countertops. I've been without kitchen countertops since January. It's time. So I'm so stoked about that. I have like free time that's marked off that I'm like, I can sew. I can finally sew. I finished this top. Now, last week I wasn't happy with that white. It just looked terrible. So I went ahead and took the fabric that I made this out of, and it was literally that big. And I folded it on the bias best I could, and I cut it. I did take a 3/8 inch seam, which means I used an extra 1/8 of an inch off of the finished shoulder length. But well, really it's an 1/8 of an inch loss all the way around, but I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think I'll miss an 1/8 of an inch. Seriously. I went ahead and did it because I thought a 1/4 is going to be hard for me to catch any frayed edges. Just go ahead and do 3/8 and, live with it. I don't think they'll be too big of a consequence. Okay, on to sewing plans, because that's about all I've been able to do. I did go to Let's Sew in Evansville on Wednesday, and I also went to Joann's, still looking, I was hoping I would find something to go with this blue paisley fabric that I showed you last week. No, I didn't find anything, but I do have 3 choices now, of course, for this project. Choice number 1, of course, was this pattern I picked up in Nashville at the fabric store there, Textile Fabrics, and I would make the one in solid blue, which means it would have it would look like that bottom view. I'm just worried there might not be enough fabric. I have 2 yards at 55 inches, so I want backup plan. This is the first backup plan, this top right here. I bought this at Joann's in Evansville, and it has a different kind of collar, which you can see on the solid view there. If I had to, I could cut the main part of the top out of the paisley, and I would be okay with cutting that collar out of this for that pattern. This one here. If I can't get that, this is cut slimmer. I have seen this made up, but I don't know that this slim cut would look good on me, okay? So I'm a little hesitant about using this. Now, I will not put this pocket on. I would have it more like View B. View B does not have the pocket. Or I would do View C with longer sleeves and have a smaller piece here, band. Those are my options, at least right now. Then the second top is more fabric gifted to me by Bernadine, and that's this piece here that just happened to contrast with this piece. This I had bought when I was making something for my granddaughter, and I bought quite a bit of it thinking I would make her a couple of things, and then I just never did. So now it's matchy-matchy. So this is the first pattern I would choose. I've made this several times. I love it, and I could do some contrasting on it to get it. Or I could do this one I've never made, and this is a Vogue 8950, very easy Vogue. I doubt it's in the books anymore. It could be though, but anyway, that's my backup plan. This is the one I want to get. I love this pattern. It looks good on me. I feel good in it, and it's Vogue 9301, and it's a Kayla Kennington pattern. So here's this dress I want to try making a muslin of. Now, I did not want to go buy something to make a muslin. I would rather just use whatever I have. And I went through my fabric, and I couldn't think of anything that I would really feel good about doing that with. So then I went back to the house when I was putting Mom's remaining fabric in boxes to donate in Nashville. I ended up pulling 2 fabric. And when I pulled this out again, I said, this doesn't really speak me, but it has this flaw in it. And it goes like maybe for a 1.5 yards to 2 yards of the 6-yard length. And I could still get the skirts of this cut on the fold or cut flat. I could get the back cut on the fold, and I can still get the fronts. Now, I might not get the long sleeves, but I could get short sleeves, and I'd be okay with that. Kind of a fall vibe going on. I'm not big on floral prints because I'm a heavier person, but, and this may not work because of where the skirt is gathered at. There's a lot of reasons not to make this, but I want to try it, and so, what better way than use a fabric that probably would never sell if it went somewhere else. They'd probably just toss it. I'm going to wash that and that's my muslin right there. Before, chambray that I love, it's soft. It's a chambray rayon. I love it. And very flowy. I just think it's wise. And then if I do like the pattern, I'll cut this out and make that. Long sleeves with pockets and I think I'll be happy. If I don't, then I'll find another pattern to make that. So that's it. So I'll see you next week, and thank you for watching. Thank you for your thumbs ups and your subscription. Like and subscribe. Reminder, just toss it out there. And Halloween's coming up. Be safe, everyone, and we'll see you next week.